Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Energize Your Online Business podcast. Hey there, Kate.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Okay, today we're going to talk about a very popular / common tactic in, selling in general, but why it's not such a great choice, especially for course creators. And that tactic we're talking about is discounting. Now, don't get me wrong. As a consumer, I love a discount. Love a discount. Send me those coupons. Let me buy that sweater for 20% off. And Kate, you know what I'm talking about because that company has a 20% off coupon sending right now.
Oh no, right now.
Right
dangerous.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would never buy at full price.
And therein lies the problem. Good job. Whoa, way to bring it right in there, Kate.
Yep.
The problem with discounting, we'll go through a couple of different problems and what you can do instead is that effectively when you discount your offer, when you discount it periodically, what you are training your audience to do is to wait for discounts.
And to expect them, really. My favorite example of this is the Bed Bath & Beyond 20% off coupons. So did they go out of business, I feel like? Anyway, either way, I'm not surprised if they did because, you never bought anything at Bed Bath & Beyond full price. And if you did, you didn't have to because, wait a week and you'd get in the junk mail another 20% off coupon from the retailer. And so it just felt like, okay, I'll just wait. If I don't need something right away, and a lot of things people don't need right away, I'll just wait till the next time it comes around and it's discounted. Why would I ever pay full price if I don't have to?
Exactly. And the thing is when course creators send out discounts, sometimes it'll be tied to something. For example, it'll be tied to Black Friday. Sometimes I've seen course creators who send out discounts on their birthdays. Whether you tie it to something, say Black Friday, Memorial Day, all those random excuses for, not that Memorial Day is in itself random, but using it as an excuse for a sale is random. When you tie it to a date, it's a problem because then you have people waiting for that date. But even when you don't tie a discount to a date, you still have a problem because it's random, which means that no one is going to pay, not no one, but people are disincentivized to buy when they want it at your full price because there might be a discount coming out at any time in the future. When you offer discounts, you are encouraging people to wait for a discount to come.
Yeah, and you're anchoring people's price point at a lower price point than your normal cost of your program. And so if people are expecting that this is now their expected price and they see something higher, it feels far more dramatic than it probably is, but that's just where their price point is. And even if, the value of your program is still so much more than what you're charging, they're still seeing the value in the price. That's now where their value and price point is at.
Exactly. Well, and here's the thing too, when you give people a discount and you say it's a limited time deal, that's great. And yes, you do need to create urgency with a limited time deal. But when you have discounts periodically coming out, it's not, it's one thing to say, all right, this is the only chance you will ever get to pay this price and to stand by that. That is very compelling. But when you offer a discount, but it's a limited time deal, yes, there is some incentive to get in during that discount period. But if they know that you have other discounts coming out later, they can also just wait. It's like, well, yeah, I could get the discount now, or I could get the discount later.
I know they're going to do it again. They're going to offer it again. So it takes away the urgency factor of it, even if it is limited time. And it really erodes people's trust in what you're saying. And we'll link to the show notes episode of one of our Circuit Sales System students who talked about this, that she was offering discounts at random times and I think at different amounts, I want to say too. And so it just completely, she noticed that people weren't trusting what she was saying. They weren't believing what she was saying. And I think in her case too, if someone's ignoring, say your program's 10% off or whatever it is, they might ignore that smaller discount in favor of, well, I know in the past that they've done even bigger discounts, so I'm going to wait for that. Or, that's not enough of a discount for me to incentivize me. It doesn't create that it's not as compelling, I guess, as we would hope and like it to be.
Yeah,
It's an expectation. It's not a reward or ooh exciting. It's just like, oh yeah, that's what it should be. I deserve
yeah,
20% off, or I
exactly. What
deserve the lower price. Yeah.
and when you say that, oh, my program's 10% off, they there's also then the perception of like, oh, well then, okay, well, it's not worth as much
Mm.
as we said it was. And like you were saying, Kate, 10% off. Oh, well, if they'll do 10% off, just wait a little bit longer and see if it gets discounted more, because we've all seen that, right? In e-commerce, we've all seen, especially Kate and I are recording this right before the Christmas season and the New Year season, and we're seeing that in our inboxes
Mm-hmm.
every single day. We're seeing, oh, the sweater example, it
Yeah.
was, I was getting 15% emails last week, and now I'm getting 20% emails this week. So what incentive is there for me to buy now versus waiting another week to see if they're going to offer 22 or
Mm-hmm.
25? Like, where it as their customer, they are actively encouraging me to wait. And the longer, by the way, the longer that they encourage me to wait, the more my motivation to actually make that
Mm-hmm.
purchase decreases, because
Mm-hmm.
we know that the excitement is at the highest when we first interact with brands, when our customers first interact with us, or our soon to be customers. And the longer that we make people wait to get a better deal, the less we actually care about making that purchase to begin with.
Mm-hmm. And I know with consumer products and whatnot, yes, there's a chance that this sweater I want or this top I want won't be in my size, color, style, et cetera, that I want. But with a program, that doesn't apply. So it's even more dangerous to play the discount game, than it is in these scenarios where it already is. To Nikki's point, you're you're waiting, you're holding out. And I think the other thing that we're seeing too, which is funny, is last day of sale, and then suddenly, 2 days later, they're launching another campaign for another sale, and it's even steeper. So it really wasn't the actual last day. And that messaging, contradicting itself, really is just disingenuous. It disincentivizes you. And again, it doesn't fill you with trust in the brand. And it just
Mm-mm.
kind of, that becomes your perception of, okay, they'll offer it again. They'll,
Mhm.
they'll, they'll do it again. And then as a consumer too, is someone who's part of your program, if someone bought your program at full price and they're seeing these messages everywhere in the world, they're going to be peeved, to keep this G rated. They might be some other choice words and emotions, really, really upset about the fact that they paid full price
Mhm.
and they didn't have to. So it becomes, wait, but I thought the value, this was, your program was this valuable, and now you're devaluing it, and you're making it seem like it's not worth as much, and that, like, well,
Mhm.
why did I was a loyal customer and I bought it, and what do I have to show for that?
Yeah, exactly. The people who purchased earlier at
Mhm.
full price, the people who took action and paid your full price, these are very valuable customers. And then for them to then see like, oh, now it's 20% off, it puts it really, I think you said, sours the relationship, and that's
Mm.
absolutely the right way to put it, because we've all had that experience too, of where we buy this sweater brand. I think
And
when
it's
I bought, it was I got a 15% off, and then I think 2 weeks later it was a 20% off. And I went, well, these are not inexpensive sweaters, so we're not talking about like, oh, $20.
right.
Um, but either way, it's we shouldn't be. We're effectively, what we're doing when we run a discount um, like that is we're penalizing the people
Yeah.
who purchased right away, who were like, yes, absolutely, I get this, I want this, I have faith in you, I'm giving you my money. And then giving it for cheaper to other people, it's not a great way to do business. It's not a great way to build a happy, healthy community. Well, and here's the thing. We'll talk in just a second about things that you can do instead, because we're not saying this not understanding why people offer discounts, right? We understand if your sales are down and you're going, oh man, I have to make up these numbers. Let me try a discount. I certainly understand that when you're in that moment of going, hey, I have to make these sales. What can I try that's going to work? Discounts. I'll offer a coupon. Maybe that'll get people to purchase. We totally understand that. The problem is that specifically as a small business, a very people to people kind of business, and especially for course creators and group program creators, discounts are, as we've explained, a very flawed way to encourage people to make those purchases when there are plenty of other ways that can be just as effective, if not more so.
Hmm. Yeah. And so to get into that, one of the things I think, and we do with our programs, is offering limited time bonuses and extras for people making a purchase at a certain time. So if you buy our program now, you get this extra bonus course, and obviously super valuable, compelling content, a topic that our target audience really wants and wants that information. And so it becomes giving more instead of taking away from the price. And this is nice too, because you're not then hurting yourself and your bottom line by offering the discount, and you're offering something that you've created that you can sell again and again and again and again. And you can do this and indefinitely. With our programs, obviously CSS students knows that we have fast action pricing, and sometimes with our programs we offer a bonus with that fast action pricing.
Well, and if you're listening to this and you're thinking, all right, well, but if they offer a bonus, then aren't I penalizing the people who purchased earlier and didn't get that same bonus? You don't have to do it that way. You could on really giving something away on our copywriting brand. There's something that we offer as
Mm.
a bonus in our I think it's our first sales sequence
Mhm.
that we actually have just already given in our fast action sequence. Because we want to treat the people we want to treat every person that makes a purchase like gold, but we also want to keep incentivizing people. So if anything, you might want to think in terms of highlighting bonuses and then taking them away in the sense of like, hey, you're going to get this amazing bonus, and the people who purchased earlier also got that amazing bonus. You don't have to tell your audience, they don't care, but you can know that they also got that amazing bonus. But if you wait to purchase next time, you're going to have to purchase that amazing bonus separately. Can you still get access to it? Sure. But then you're going to have to purchase it separately, which is a much more fair way to incentivize people. But it also it doesn't disincentivize any, or it doesn't again sour any relations with people who've purchased before.
Mhm. Yeah, and I think the other thing to think about is doing these limited offers, a few times a year, not so regularly that your customers start to expect it. There's a surprise and delight element to it.
Yeah.
Sometimes within our courses, we'll just do a book giveaway to our existing students just for fun, because it's fun. And it's random. No one, I don't think,
Hmm.
expects it now, and
Hmm.
it's that much more exciting. And I think we can take the same approach with these limited time offers or these extras. We do some student only events throughout the year with our programs, and we talk about those events to people who haven't yet purchased the program, so that if they want to purchase and get in for these student only events, we do one around the holidays. We're getting started for the new year, and in the summertime to keep people motivated throughout the summer. And so at those periods, we talk about that a lot to people who haven't yet purchased the program, so that they have a chance to take part in that. It's not that we're not doing anything extra, quite frankly. We're doing this work anyway,
Hmm.
but we're just reminding people that if they get in now and they take action now, they buy our program now, then they get in time for these. And so there's that extra urgency. Ooh, I want to take part in that. I want to be a part of that event. Let me do this now versus putting it off. And so we're creating urgency in what we're already doing, what we already have on our calendar, and what we
Hmm.
already have planned out.
Hmm. Exactly. And it's a bonus that everyone gets access
Mm-hmm.
to. It's our students get it, and then, oh yeah, you get in now, you get this special bonus, but everybody gets access to it. And there are ways too to structure your offers, or to change your offers a little bit to still make them interesting and compelling, but make them a truly limited time. Like, for example, in our copywriting course, I want to say it's I don't know, sales sequence 3 or 4, or forget which one. In general, we offer a 1-part payment or a 3-part payment. There
Mhm.
are a couple limited times where people can choose a 12-part payment. But again, those are limited times. And then in the 3rd or 4th sales sequence, they have one opportunity to do a 6-part payment. And that's the only time they ever see the 6-part payment. And it sounds like, well, what's the difference? But when our prospective students are in that email sequence and they see like, oh, well, I don't know, 3 parts, that might be a little bit rough. Oh, but I can do a 6-part payment, then I can make that work. And we see people purchasing the 6-part payment regularly. And you guys know how this works. The total amount of the 3-part payment is more than the 1-part payment, and the total amount of the 6-part payment is more than the 3-part payment. But being able to spread it out over 6 months instead of 3 months in that moment is enough to motivate them to take action. So are there things that you could change about your payment structure, and not permanently change? Like we said, that's only for that
Mhm.
sales sequence. And that truly is, here's your one chance to do a 6-part payment. That's it. We do not offer it again after that.
Yeah. And I think a lot of these come down to, and there are other opportunities too, but how you're messaging your offer. And so oftentimes, if people aren't buying and you're in the place where you're tempted to offer a discount, it's likely because people aren't understanding the value of your offer. They're not yet ready to pay because they aren't sure if whatever the price point is of your offer is going to be worth it. Is that a good investment for them? Is it going to have the return that they want? Are they going to get the transformation that they want out of your program? And so if they don't yet understand what the value is that, you're charging, say, $9.97 for a program, but the value of it is $5,000 and beyond, or whatever, over the lifetime of someone using the program, maybe it returns, 10 times that, 20 times, whatever, then that's where there's an opportunity to really convey that to people so they understand what a deal that they're getting. Forget a
Mhm.
discount. You can make them feel like they're getting a deal
Yeah.
at your regular price.
Yeah. Yeah. I think a lot of business owners, when they're not making sales, they go to the place of, okay, how can I change the pricing, or how can I to make people want to purchase? When often when you're not making sales, it's not the price that's the problem. We've talked again and again on the podcast about the I was going to say the wild stuff that people will pay for, but like college, people pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for college, and there's no guarantee. But it's, you pay for college, or some people choose to pay, or iPhones.
I always think about the iPhone.
Right. It's a $1,200
Why do
piece
I
of
buy it?
glass.
Why do I buy it?
Exactly. Because you
It's already
value it.
scratched.
Exactly. You need a screen protector.
I do.
You value what you're going to, you value that purchase. And so you're willing to spend that money. When
Mhm.
people aren't purchasing, and yes, there can be a couple of other factors as well. Sometimes for some people, it just genuinely is not the right time, which then you have to give them additional opportunities to purchase in the future. But often, the greatest reason that people don't purchase is because they don't yet want it badly enough. And yes, and I'm not talking about the people who truly can't afford it, the people who are not in your target audience. That's a different group entirely. We can't factor them in. But if people truly understand how it will impact them in a positive way, and they truly want it badly enough, and it's not their job to want it, it's our job to help them understand why they should want it. They want it badly enough, they will purchase it. And I'm talking too about the kinds of people who, if you do a survey after the fact, if they say, it was too expensive, it was too expensive.
Mhm.
And I know you're thinking, well, I have to discount because then I will catch those people. People say it's too expensive when what they mean is, I didn't want it enough to pay for it.
Mhm.
Because we pay for all kinds of stuff we really, really want. And we pay a lot for stuff we really want. We also pay for all kinds of stupid stuff. The
I know.
amount of money that Americans and, well, humans waste is incredible. But the justification they use in their minds is it's too expensive. But what they really mean is, I didn't want it enough to pay that price. And if they didn't want it enough, the problem is ours, because we need to adjust our messaging to convey to them just how incredibly valuable our programs are. So again, we're not saying that you can't have special promotions. We've given you some ideas for them. And certainly it's your business. So if you feel strongly about discounting, okay. But I would say too, there's a very, very different feel in your business from doing a one-time at the beginning of your interaction with them, and this is the only time they will ever see that price, and then going back to your normal price, versus periodically popping up discounts here and there so that they never know what's going to happen and they are incentivized to wait. The much more effective way to do it is to give people really, really powerful, insightful messaging that makes them want it right away to begin with. That is how you build an effective business. That's how you build an irresistible business and with irresistible products. And that's how you build a community of people who not just know you and like you, but also who trust you as a business owner. So, a lot to think about today. And I will just go ahead and say, with any luck, I hope this maybe changes some plans you have for the future and maybe affecting your thoughts for potential discounts in the future, because there's a much better way to do business.
Opportunity to be creative.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So with that, we will catch you guys in the next episode. Bye, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Do you want to learn how to sell and scale your offer on autopilot every single day without the chaos of live launching or the low conversions of Evergreen? Who doesn't, right? Get our free on-demand video training at circuitsalessystem.com/free. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to this channel to make sure you never miss a video. We'll catch you next time.